Hello and welcome to a business show with a difference. We're in Tanzania, near the city Arusha, and people come here from all over the world to watch the wildlife.
The World Economic Forum started this year with warnings of a lackluster global economic picture. The focus is on China and on fears that slowing growth there will drag down the entire world.
You're watching our breaking news coverage here on France 24 of this attack in central Paris.
First though, the debate over whether or not Britain should leave the EU has been divisive and damaging. Sterling and stocks have been battered by uncertainty over how the British people will vote.
En person överfölls under natten i Västerhaninge och enligt polisen blev offret stucken i ryggen med ett knivliknande föremål i samband med rånet.
Hi there, Francine. Italy has sunk deeper into political uncertainty as populist leaders pull the plug on their attempt to form a government. That's after the president rejected their choice of a Eurosceptic, Germany-bashing candidate as finance minister.
What are you hearing from Parliament? You're not part of the Tory party yourself, of course, but is there chatter between MPs of a leadership challenge here?
We are seeing this sigh of relief across the markets.
Yeah, we certainly are. You need to remember, Heidi, of course, that this is an extraordinary feat for Emmanuel Macron. Little less than 3 years ago, he was virtually unknown to the French public when he was picked essentially from behind the scenes of the French presidential palace. Commercial aviation is responsible for around 2% of global greenhouse gas emissions. But with air traffic growing rapidly, there are warnings that share could rise to 15% by the year 2050.
Kanon! Kan du då berätta om planen har börjat flyga i luften?
Planen har börjat flyga i luften, kan jag tala om. 06.05 så avgick första avgången till Köpenhamn den här morgonen. Man kan väl säga att rulliansen verkar fungera ganska bra den här morgonen. SAS har ju sagt att det ska ta ungefär ett dygn innan alla flygningar är uppe och flyger igen.
It seems to be in stasis over there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you mentioned the word there, gridlock, which is really the word of the day, so to speak, here in Stockholm, because the political thriller is likely to play out in the next few days, in the next few weeks, perhaps even months.
Yes, I am run about 300 meters away or so from the scene and from the scene of the hostage drama that we've seen in the past few hours or so. What's been happening in the past half hour is that we've heard 3 major explosions, or we heard 3 or 4 major explosions at the start of what was a police assault on the kosher superstore.
Jag har pratat med flera stycken boende i de här husen precis bakom mig och de är ju fortfarande väldigt skakade. Igår kväll till exempel så pratade jag med en mamma vars dotter går på ett dagis precis här i kvarteret.
Welcome to the interview and welcome to Washington, D.C. Today we are taking the temperature of the global economy, speaking to the head of the International Monetary Fund.
Things reached a boiling point last summer. Is there the prospect or is there a risk that we could face a similar situation soon when it comes to Greece?
It is not in anybody's interest. And
but
we
do you think
believe
that there is that risk?
We believe that everyone has to get real.
When you say that people ought to get real, as you put it, is that a message as much to Athens as to Berlin, perhaps?
It's all of us.
Today we're at the climate conference here in Paris. There are a lot of politicians here and world leaders and also a lot of businessmen. Today I'm speaking to a man who ticks both of those boxes. You set out there what is or what would be a fairly comprehensive treaty. Do you think that we're going to get that here? A deal, essentially, between the key stakeholders, the United States, China, European Union, and also emerging and developing nations.
Some say that your cases may be politically motivated. We're seeing the European Commission taking on an American tech company. What do you say about that suspicion, that underlying suspicion that your cases are politically motivated?
We're at the Paris Motor Show this week, a place where car brands big and small come to unveil their latest offerings. On the more expensive side of the scale, the Italian supercar maker Lamborghini is here to introduce a new concept car that's been raising a few eyebrows. It almost sounds like an oxymoron. A supercar with a green heart. What's your thinking behind this car?